What's a childhood memory that almost all of us have? Let me know in the comments below. How the school seemed a different world when you stayed late, or had to be there on a weekend. Either trying to step on no cracks or on only cracks on the sidewalk. The balloon game where it can't touch the floor. Having a wiggly tooth. Being gifted a small amount of money and thinking you were rich. Staring at the school clock. Trying to see how the refrigerator light turn off. Climbing up the stairs like a dog. Watching raindrops racing down a car window and picking a winner. Thinking that teenagers are really cool. Thinking someone is your mom or dad and then realizing it's not. Jumping off the swings. How different the air felt on the morning of field trips. Balancing the light switch between on and off. Pushing on our eyes until we saw patterns appear. Connecting the markers into really long lightsabers. That dreaded feeling of forgetting your homework. Not being able to find your mom in the supermarket. The smell of crayons. Playing sword fight with the cardboard tubes of wrapping paper. Playing in with a box. Our moms leaving us at checkout to look for something, then the cashier starts to scan the items. Randomly thinking, I will remember this moment for the rest of my life, and it's just you staring at a couch or some shit. I feel like thunderstorms were a bigger and more frequent event when I was a kid. Talking into a fan to hear your voice sound weird. Inhaling helium. Looking outside the window of the car and imagining something running alongside the car. Someone knowing how to draw the weird S. Accidentally snapping a ruler in half while testing how bendy it is. Running up the stairs to avoid whatever might be trying to get you from behind. Why is the moon following the car? And also imagining a weird human figure running along the skyline and/or sidewalk keeping pace with the car. That one might be more specific, but I used to do it and I saw someone else post about it, so it's gotta be more common than I think. Also, mechanical pencils as syringes. Aha. Making friends with other kids at a public pool or playground and never seeing them again. Floor is lava and keep the balloon in the air. The occasional random awkward silence in class until someone says, "Why'd it get quiet?" Staying up really late and feeling excited and kind of like you're doing something bad even though your parents are okay with it. Waking up early and getting dressed. Realizing it's a weekend. Or even better, a snow day. Riding in the car on a rainy day. Falling asleep in the car and waking up in bed. Hauling ass upstairs after turning the lights off so whatever the darkness has behind you doesn't eat you alive. Not being able to touch the ground with your feet while sat on a normal, adult-sized chair or seat. When it became dark all of a sudden because a cloud covered the sun in the middle of the day. Saturday morning cartoons. Hanging off the side of the bed to see what your room looked like upside down. And imagining walking on the ceiling. Might be an Australian thing, but the smell of hose water when you play outside in the sprinkler, in a paddling pool, with water balloons or water pistols. Whenever I water the garden for my parents just reminds me of summer. Good vibes. Do people see the same colors as the colors I do? Or would their purple look like my yellow? Flicking the door stopper so it goes all boing. Envying the adults who could buy whatever they wanted. Not being allowed to turn the light on in the car. Stabbing erasers with pencils. How exciting it was walk into your class and see a substitute. Scholastic book fairs. Spinning around until we fall from dizziness. Then laying in the grass and finding shapes in the clouds. Collecting smooth round rocks for no reason except that they were smooth and round. The parachute in elementary school. The feeling of triumph rearranging your room. Room, new me. Whacking your shin with a bike pedal when your foot slips off. Playing outside with other kids in the summer and coming inside once it starts getting dark and scratching all the mosquitoes bites you just got. First days of school. Walking between two sides of a sheet hung over a laundry line, making a blanket fort in the living room. When you're sleeping in the car and your dad makes that one turn. When you arrive home, that wakes you up. being homesick from school, the foam football that always had a bite taken out of it, playing with eye floaters like it's the DVD logo, the huge rainbow parachute game where everyone was in a circle fanning it up and down, and going underneath it and it being a whole different world under there, putting our small child-sized feet into an adult shoe, returning to your room after an argument with your parents and closing the door with all the anger, only to stop it at the edge and close it quietly so that your ass won't sound disrespectful and get smacked again. The shadow that followed alongside the car doing amazing feats of parkour to keep up, getting the wind knocked out of you, looking at an object in the distance, then doing something weird with your eyes to make it look like there's two of said object. The summer holidays lasted forever. Boobless. Coming home from school, whether you came home just to plop on the couch and watch some cartoons, or you immediately ran to your Xbox to play video games, or you ran right back out the door to go hang out with your friends. Nothing beat the feeling of being done with school for the day or the week, and you had nothing but good times ahead to look forward to. Anybody else love to squint their eyes at lights when riding in the car at night? Then you move your head side to side for a cool light show? Or imagine a little man running along the power lines? Come on guys, let's all admit at one point we saw a movie, show or read a book and believed we were gifted people whose abilities will someday reveal itself. Drawing that S shape in our school books. Bubble hair and beard in the bath. Putting liquid in a bottle cap and pretending we are taking a shot. Waking up and realizing it's Christmas. Learning to play the recorder. Man, all of these responses made me incredibly nostalgic. And really sad knowing the days of my youth are long behind me. Asking your parents if you can get McDonald's and the feeling you get when they actually say yes. In Australia we have Healthy Harold, a puppet run by a lady in a van that goes to schools and teaches you about the dangers of smoking, alcohol and poor diet. Everyone claims to have seen her smoking out the back of her van. Seems to be a common memory here despite its probability. Writing boobs in the calculator. Accidentally calling your teacher mom. Older siblings trying to convince the younger ones that they were adopted, bought for a few pennies in a flea market. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Putting Elmer's glue on your hand and peeling it off to make skin. I'm surprised I haven't seen this yet. But playing house and pretending to be parents or having your friends be your kid. Ours parents losing us at the local mall. No kidding. This was discovered during an experiment on the weakness of memory. While most people have never actually experienced this, most people recall the mere thought of it as traumatic. And something about the combination of fear and random thoughts makes the memory of those thoughts seem more real or legitimate to us. Watching that imaginary giant parkour while looking out the window. School drinking fountains. Pretending the floor is lava. First time riding a bike. Imagining fighting bad guys or something and beating them up or them beating you up. Running through sprinkler. Nerf gun battles. Holding your poop in because whatever you're playing is too important. Maybe that last one was just me. What's a childhood memory that almost all of us have? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more.